Hello, this is Ahmed Arida from Virginia Tech Transportation Institute. I'll be showing you today the network train simulator. First of all, this is the GitHub repository where you can download and access the network train simulator NeTrainSim. So this is the link, you can copy it, or I will just put it here as a QR code so you can scan it. So the first section of the GitHub repository is this section where you can download the code, the source code that you can modify later, or maybe update, or maybe you can push it back to the repository whenever you have some updates or bug fixes or any of this. So if you scroll down a little bit, you will find where you can, if you wanted to contribute to the simulator, you will have to sign a CLA first, and then this is how many downloads that we have so far. And this is the DOI, and this is where you can download the network train simulator itself, and this is where you access the documentation, if you will. If you scroll down a little bit, you will find this is how you cite the network train simulator from the TRB AM 23. And here is some features that we're listing. Of course, not all of them. And if you scroll down, you will find some of the GUI features and how you run the simulator from the GUI, either the GUI or the shell interface. That's it. So now if you want to download the simulator, what you do is you just go up to the release section here. This is the releases where you find the downloads files. So just click on it. It will take you to this page. It doesn't matter the number here, as long as it's the first one on the page. This is the latest one. So maybe in the future this will be 1.3, 1.4, or whatever. This will be, as long as it's on the top of the page, that means it's the latest release. Go ahead and be happy downloading it. Okay, so scroll down a little bit, you will find the section, it's called assets. What you do is, like, if it's not expanded, just click on this icon here to expand it. You will find 5 items here. These are the source codes if you want to download and play with it, or you can download the binary things like a program to download to just execute and work. So we are targeting 3 operating systems here. The first one is Mac OS, the second one is Ubuntu, and the third one is Windows. So it depends on the operating system that you're currently using. You may get one of these. So right now we're only using the 64 bits, but maybe in the future we'll be targeting the 32-bit as well. So just make sure which the system that you're using, if it's 64 or 32-bit, before you go ahead and download. If you do have a 32-bit, I would recommend to download the source code and try to compile it yourself until we address it by our side. So let's assume that we're using Windows, because right now I'm really using Windows. So what you do is, like, you click on this link here, and it will take you directly to download. It will directly download the file to your system, to your hard drive. And now it's asking me to download it, so I will just click yes, because it's already here. I already downloaded it before. So I will just go there to that download section, and I will find this network train simulator. What I do is, like, double click on it. It opens this welcome window for the installer. What you do is, like, you click on next and then next. But here is a trick. If you already installed the network train simulator before, make sure you uninstall it first. If you do not uninstall it, it will give you a warning and it will ask you to uninstall it automatically. Please click yes to uninstall it. So, but right now I don't have the network train simulator installed. So what I do is, like, I click on next, and then it's asking me if you want the network train simulator GUI or the command line interface. Right now I need both of them to be installed. That's why I have the tick mark enabled for both of them. Now click next, and I accept the license, and then next. And it's asking you to add the Network Train Simulator to the shortcut menu. That means it's the start menu. Then click next, and then it's ready to install. Click install. Now it's copying everything to your. It will ask you for the permission to install it, and then click yes. And it's copying now everything to your hard drive. How it's done, so I will just keep this tick on to run the network train simulator. So this is the GUI of the NeTrainSim. So a quick overview of the NeTrainSim is this little icon of the NeTrainSim. You will find a couple options. The first one is create a new project. It doesn't do much. It just clears the window and everything that you have here. And then open an existing project. That's where you save any project that you have been working on, for instance, to run it later or maybe continue editing it later. And then save and save as. These are the save one. It's like the the normal conventional save button where you already saved a project and you just double checking the saving here. Save as means you're saving this project under a different name. And exit, that just quits the project. The tools, you will find the settings. It only saves the default browse location of the network train simulator. Feel free to change this to wherever you prefer the browsing to be on, or like the default location of the browser of the network training simulator. And this is help. This gives you some of the information about the network training simulator. And here you will find open user manual. This is where you find detailed information about the simulator. I'm waiting for it to open. So this is where this version. This is the manual of this version, and if you scroll down, you will find all details about the simulator, considering its schema, design, how it works, what's included, what's not included, how to run it, how to even use the GUI, and so on and so forth. And then what I will do is I will just load a small sample project here to show you. So the project name is not defined. The network name, all of these are not defined for now because it's a sample project. So, but feel free to just like erase this and put your name. If you go to the network definition, this is where the network is. So the train will start from this button or from this point or this point, and it will go to the other side of the network. So it's only like a simple stretch. It's very convenient and it's very easy. So this is like we define the network by points and links. A point is a point is, or a node is just a point. And to define links, this is how you define links. You just need 2 points to create a link between them. So the reason why we're doing this is because maybe you'll have three links connecting between 2 points. And this is very important in terms of trains, because if you have 2 points and 2 different trains are coming from different directions, that means it's a conflict zone, and one train has to stop until the other train passes by, then the other train will continue moving. And then we go to the trains definition. This is where you define the vehicles. The first one is the locomotives. The second one is the other train cars or other vehicles. And here you can define the consist of the train. So how many locomotives do you have and how many cars do you have? If you go here to the definition, so this is the consist. like for every train, how many cars or how many locomotives do you have? And here is you define the train itself. And if you go to this define train's path, this is point one and this is point two. That means the train will pass through point one first and then point two second. That means the train will try to find its path automatically, since you already added only the starting point because it's point one and end point because it's point two. So point one, it's an order. The train will pass through these points by order. So the first one means the first point that the train will pass through, and point two, it's the second point the train will pass through. And because we have so many points in between, the train will find its path throughout all of them. The simulator itself, this is where you define the output directory, and then you click on this browse button here. I'll just go to the desktop for now to save it. I will just click on save, and then I will give a proper definition of the summary file, so maybe a summary demo. And then this show detailed train summary, that means every train should have its own section in the summary file. And then if you are interested to visualize the trajectory of the train, you click on, export trajectory, and also give it a proper name. So what you do next is you make sure to click on this small simulate button. I will just expand it a little bit here so you can see. So click on this simulate button here. Summary to just visualize the train's report, or the detailed report where you can find the trajectory information of the train. So first thing, you need to select the train number that you're interested in. So I will just select one here because I have only one train, and this is how the trajectory for this is one is the grade and the curvature. The red line is the curvature, and the grade is the blue one. And this is how the change in speed across the distance, and acceleration and energy. By the way, if you go up a little bit to the right side top corner, you will find the distance. So the x-axis variable is here, it's in the distance. But if you're interested to make it in time, you just click on this to change it in time. And this is the trajectory information. If you wanted to visualize the forces as well, you can do the same by clicking on forces.
11:15.
You can visualize everything as in terms of forces as well here. So you will find, so always on the top of this screen is the trajectory information, not the trajectory, is the topography in terms of grades and curvature, because you need to visualize what's happening maybe here at this point. So you need to understand what's going on at this point, or maybe at this point. So you go up and see, oh yeah, that means it has some grades and curvature, so maybe that's a good contribution to the resistance or to the forces. All right, so this concludes the network train simulator installation and running. Thank you for watching.